establishing a band, being an instrument player, drums or whatever, but being an instrument player, having this familiar, being familiar with music, it's not strange to you, a soundtrack and choosing the right person for like
no.
earlier when we were talking about the soundtrack.
Yeah, I adore that side of things. I mean,
You
music
ever
for
think
me.
about bringing the band?
Yeah, so yeah, to cut a long story short, not
Yeah.
something I've ever been accused of doing. So the band split up in about 1986, 86 we split up.
86.
Yeah. I then got into advertising and kind of forgot my life in music. It did come back later with Simon Napier Bell, but that's another subject,
Okay.
which we can cover. Inshallah, we will cover
Please
it.
do.
So I went on with my advertising life, eventually came back to the UK in 2017. Then out of the blue, I get a message on LinkedIn from my old keyboard player, who's a New Zealander who went back to New Zealand. And he goes, I've been trying to find you. So we had a little Zoom call, and he had all these demos, all these recordings that I hadn't heard for 30 odd years.
Mm-hmm.
And one of which was probably the last recording we did together as a band. It was a song called Somehow. And funny enough, it was probably the song that, for the first time as a musician, I'd kind of got an idea of what I was supposed to be doing. A lot of the time, when you're in bands, there's influence of this guy, you have to appease this person. They're not unless you're running it like a dictator, which I didn't have the confidence to do. Possibly because my musicality was limited. I was very good at, writing around an existing chord sequence, but when it came to establishing that in the first place, my chord playing was so limited. So I tended to get led more than I did the leading myself. And towards the end of that session, kind of found my voice a little bit. So I heard this song for the first time in 30 something odd years, and it was kind of mind blowing. Talk about a time capsule. You suddenly hear your voice.
Is there any chance we can hear that?
Sure, yeah.
Did you post anything? Do you have?
It's not online at the moment because we have to keep this totally secret, and hope anyone listening to this will not tell the secret, or watching this rather. My plan is to record a video of the song that looks like it was shot in the 80s, and then it was discovered in a basement somewhere. And we're going to use stop motion animation, because nowadays you can take a 3D picture of your head,
Yeah.
send it to China, it will come back like an Action Man or Barbie doll head.
Absolutely.
So I've had all the band members redrawn by a very good artist, because I've got limited resources. The imagery I've got of the band is very limited. I've got probably 1 or 2 angles on every band member, and there were 7 of us towards the end. So I've had them all redrawn. AI is going to help us a lot, because we'll recreate their faces in a 360 manner. So then we'll do a stop motion animation of the band using Action Men, basically, or Barbie dolls, male Ken dolls. So the idea is to do that. So I'm in the middle of figuring out how to do that, but it's doable. Just got to do it first. I've got a few people I'm talking to.